Next for Alabama will be Deontae Lawson. To ask a question, please use the raise hand function. First question for Deontae will be from Charlie Potter of Bama Online.
Hey, Deontae, just with you having played in this SEC championship game before, what does it mean to you, and what are you telling some of your teammates that are going to be experiencing it for the first time?
Man, it'll be a great experience to, get them guys in that environment. I'm just telling them another big game, another challenge that we gotta get over to get to our goals, and I'm sure we'll be ready to go when the game comes. But it starts with a great week of practice, and obviously I'm fired up. Another opportunity to get another SEC championship. It means the world to me.
And I wanted to ask about Zabian Brown, just with his play, not only in this last game, but really all season long. How have you seen him kind of grow into the player he is now, kind of late in year 2 in his career?
Man, Zabian, he's ever since he first stepped on campus, he always been a pro, and the way he went about his business. Not really the loudest in the room, but will definitely say something what he needs to this year. But his play is just on the rise, and he's definitely trending in the right direction. And it's great to have him out there on the edge, and I know he'll just continue to get better.
Next is Nick Kelly of AL.com.
Hey, Deontae, as a captain and an older guy on the team, what are you telling your teammates as far as navigating going into the SEC championship game, while also obviously trying to get a playoff spot as well, just kind of the dynamic of navigating that?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is, just don't let the game be bigger than what it is, because, with kind of games like this comes a lot of, kind of outside noise or external factors that you don't want them to get heavily involved in. So just don't let the game be bigger than what it is. At the end of the day, you still got to control what you can control and do, and that's what goes on between the white lines. So that's really the biggest focus. And, it just starts with a great week of preparation. And, I know we're going to be all fired up to go.
Next is Colin Gay of the Tuscaloosa News.
Hey, Deontae, as you guys prepare for Georgia, and I assume you guys are looking at film from, the last time you guys played, is it how much have you seen this defense grow as you watch, say, film from, the last Georgia game to I guess now, as you guys prepare for the Bulldogs once again?
Yeah. Well, I just think, we had more reps on our belt, so obviously we playing faster. We're anticipating things at a high level, and that's really what stands out to me on film. I mean, we practice hard every week. I think we meet new what I can say, like a new landmark of how hard we're practicing every week. So I think that goes into effect also. It's just, we emptying the tank every week, just trying to be better, never being satisfied. So I think that's the thing that stands out. We're just still starving. So, yeah.
And do you, I guess, start from scratch in terms of preparation for this team, or do you kind of go based off of, building off what you guys saw in the SEC opener?
Well, you can look at that, but obviously they have they also improved as an offense. So you can't really just base it off that game, but you don't have to start from scratch, because I mean, you can only change so much. Like, we know them, they know us, so it's just gonna come down to who has the most physicality, who's more detailed, and honestly who wants it more. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Awesome. Thank you.
Taking questions for Deontae Lawson. Next is Theodore Fernandez of Bama Central.
Yeah, it just seems like so many times this defense has been able, to make, game-winning, game-sealing plays. Is there like a clutch identity of this team? Is this something that you guys take pride in, making these big plays? What would you credit it to?
Man, we always talk about being elite and clutch situations. So that's what we pride ourselves on. I mean, I'm sure everyone in the country practices those situations in practice, but I just think we kind of have a different demeanor how we attack those situations in practice, and man, and we also just got confidence in each other. So I think that's the biggest thing too, is just being confident in the person that you're next to, that they're going to do their job. So you can just do your job full speed, and in those moments, we know someone's going to step up and make a big play. So, and that's what we bank on.
Next is Steve Moulton of WZZN.
Thank you for the time. I just wanted to ask in particular about just being here through the full process, Deontae, of the coaching change, getting back into the SEC championship game, and really just your journey at Alabama. What's it say about this new coaching staff to get back into the SEC championship game, Deontae?
Yeah, I mean, man, it says a lot. To replace Coach Saban, obviously it's definitely not easy for anyone that would have did it. And, I think Coach DeBoer handled it great, or better than some people would have. But, last year, I feel like Coach DeBoer, we followed him, but, he wanted the players that was here the whole time, or the leaders of the team to kind of run the team in a way, like be more player led, and basically us. How can I say this? Basically us just leading the team, honestly. But this year he just put his stamp on this team, and how he wants things to get ran. Obviously, we still have great leaders and are player led, but he kind of has his standard, or what he wants to set. He let that be known after the bowl game on January 14th. So that just says a lot about him, his character, and his resilience as being a coach. And I think the guys, we just bought into what he was preaching to us, and we pride ourselves on being unbreakable, and that was the thing. That's the thing for this year, and I think that played a big part as well as us being back in the championship, SEC championship.
And finally, just in terms of film study, how important is that from the linebacker room and just setting up the defense, in your opinion?
Can you ask that one more time?
From a film study standpoint, Deontae, how important is that role in just kind of setting up the defense properly, and just the overall communication from the defense as a whole?
Yeah, it has its ways, with the Green Dot Connection, I got Coach Womack in my ear, talking to me, and just trying to get everyone aligned, trying to pick up on any tendency that they have to let us anticipate faster. But it's kind of natural, honestly, to get everyone lined up or anything, and then also be able to hone back into my key so I can do my job. It's kind of natural, something I kind of grown into. So I don't really have as much challenges as I used to have, but I definitely have to stay locked in for sure.
Thank you.
Next is Charles Odom of the Associated Press.
you guys gave Georgia its first home loss in 6 years in the first game. What kind of bragging rights would it be for you guys to beat them twice in their home state?
Well, I mean, when you look at it, that was, like you said, that was the first time they lost at home in a minute. But the Mercedes-Benz, I mean, Alabama and Georgia played there numerous times, and I'm sure Alabama is up on there. So I wouldn't really say it's bragging rights in that way. But man, that's nothing that we can control. All we control is going out there and emptying the tank and being detailed and just flying around the field. And we're not even worried about having bragging rights or anything. We just know that this is another stepping stone in our way to get to where we want to go. So that's really our main focus.
You spoke earlier about not making this game bigger than it is. Do you have any concern that you guys need to win to assure yourself of a spot in the playoff?
Man, I feel like honestly, we've kind of had that mindset ever since our first loss. Honestly, so I don't really think anything would change in our mindset or anything. We know that we don't want to put it in no one else's hands. So just control, and that's doing our best to win the game and leave nothing up for chance. So yeah.
Deontae, we'll finish you up with Charlie Potter of Bama Online.
Yeah, Deontae, just hearing from Tim earlier, talking about going against Georgia's offensive line. When you look at the defensive lineman in front of you, how much confidence do you have in TK and those guys?
Man, I got full confidence in those guys right there. You got TK, you got Edric, you got James Smith. You just got guys that's down to get dirty, if I that's how I can say it. So those guys, they practice hard, and that's why it shows up on game day, and they hold the double teams up, and they just anchors in the middle, and so yeah, I got full confidence in those guys. I know they'll be excited because Georgia likes to run the ball, and that's what we want to defend. So, and we know they kind of caught us on a couple big runs in the first game that we played. So yeah, that'll definitely be something on our minds for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Deontae.